Hello everyone! I'm off college this week, so I'm actually getting to do this in daylight. Yeah, what a novelty. So this week we're doing public service announcements, and I'm not really sure what I can do. I haven't much experience talking to kids about drugs. That's a weird sentence. And I don't exactly have the equipment to show you a horrific slow motion car crash, so I'll stick to what I like to think I do pretty well. A film review. So earlier this week I went to see Never Let Me Go, adapted from the book written by Japanese author Kazuo. Now this is the same guy who wrote The Notebook, which was made into a film that got girls so soppy it probably boosted the world fertility rates by 90%. But I really didn't know what to expect when I went into this film. I was a bit worried that it had one of those little soundbite quote titles that you find in awful romantic comedies, usually starring Jennifer Aniston. You know, titles like, "Let's not get into this," "We need to talk," "Would you like fries with that, sir?" Ignore that last one. Now I'm probably going to go into detail here, so spoilers warning. So this film is boasting that it has the UK's 3 rising acting stars. Andrew Garfield, who's in The Social Network, gonna be in Spider-Man, and is just being awesome right now. Kerry Mulligan, the greatest Doctor Who companion ever, who never got to be thanks to that redhead Scottish thing. And Keira Knightley. Wait, Keira Knightley? She's been around since 2003! Okay, Keira Knightley has nothing to do that day. So the film opens with a really long sequence showing the 3 main characters as they were children, which I really liked. The child acting was above Harry Potter level. And the 3 kids they chose look so much like the original actors, I wouldn't have been surprised if they started filming in 1993. Now I went into this film completely cold, had no idea what was going on. And as I watched, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be interesting if these children were being grown so they could have their organs harvested and given to the rest of the world? And then it became apparent that that was the plot. Now, this is one of the things that drew me to the film. It mixed romance and sci-fi very well. 2 things that rarely meet. Now these characters are supposed to be living tragically short lives, giving away their organs one by one before they get to the end of their 20s. Now, this is something that society is allowed, which is quite a disturbing premise for a film. Now you really feel the tragic nature of the lives of these people, and you really get involved as they try and be normal. You really feel an emotional attachment. To them through the wonderful settings and music. And the performances were fantastic. Andrew Garfield is just so sweet and naive, you can't help but feel sorry for him. Kerry Mulligan comes across as some kind of wise, kind grandma, but also a cute little sister. And Keira Knightley, yeah. No, she was good too. Now that all said, there were definitely some things that bothered me. There were a couple of problems with the general premise of organ harvesting, which I didn't really get. Towards the end of the film, Kathy and Tommy confront their old headmistress about the lives they've been put into. And she says, "Do you think people will go back to the days of breast cancer?" Wait, how do organs help that? They put this across as a world where all illness is gone because of these organs. Now, I'm not a med school student, but did someone really cure breast cancer by going, well, I don't know, rub a lung on it? That wasn't really plausible. I mean, come on, if you're going to make a science fiction film, at least get the science bit right. Another problem was that the plot didn't quite go where I wanted it to. I know that sounds weird. If all films did that, they wouldn't exactly be films, they'd just be abstract stories in my head. But the film was just too linear, it did exactly what it said on the tin. There wasn't exactly much conflict or drama to switch the course of the story. You get told about this deal they can make where they get an extra 4 years of life to spend with the person they love. And you think, oh god, that would be so sad, I don't want to have to watch that. And at the end the film just goes, don't worry, you don't have to, that was all a lie. Oh, that was disappointing. It missed a lot of opportunities like that. Like Keira Knightley's really creepy stalkerish scene with the scary music and creeping into bed with Kerry Mulligan in a totally not hot way. Now I know they had to stick with what happened with the book, but you can adapt something and have a completely different storyline. Now, even though I have been complaining for the last minute or so, I did enjoy the film. It was a rare premise that actually turned out to be quite moving, if you're willing to put logic on hold for some stupid stuff. Now that was my review, I hope you enjoyed it. Any requests for films to look at in the future, please tell me in the comment section. But that's all for now, and I'll see you next week.